Before I start off, I just want to, say thank you all who watched and, supported and, left comments and everything on, the previous video. I had a blast reading through all of the comments that you guys left behind, discussing about 106 and, the potential rework ideas that everyone has and stuff like that. However, although 106 I feel like would be cool to have a rework of, I think me personally, 100% we're gonna get an 049 rework this next update for 14.0. Main reason being is that out of all the SCPs, he's like the lamest. It's a real damn shame considering he's my personal favorite SCP to play as. So in this video, like in the 106 part previously, I'll just be discussing really just ideas that I have that I would like to see in a potential future 049 rework that I am very confident in saying we'll probably get next update. If we don't, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something bad, and you guys won't like it. So without further ado, let's just forget about the mumbo jumbo intro and get straight into this video. Starting off with idea number 1 is basically just giving new models and animations to 049 and 049-2. So basically, 049 still uses his containment breach asset, which is kind of like a no-no at this point for Northwood. They're trying to move away from containment breach assets, so very self-explanatory. Just get rid of that, give him a model for 049. Obviously, that would have to include new animations, especially because every rework we've gotten so far for pretty much all the SCPs, they have new animations in general. So it's like, even like just it's a given pretty much. And then in terms of 049-2, basically just give the zombies like skins based off of the classes, the human classes that is. So Chaos Zombie, MTF Zombie, Guard Zombies, D-Boy Zombie, Scientist Zombie, it's pretty simple stuff. Just diversify the zombies so they all look unique. So, just make it more interesting visually. Idea number 2 is also pretty self-explanatory. It's just new sound designs for 049, 049-2. Pretty much every SCP that's gotten a major rework has like new sounds that come with them, especially like when it comes to idle sounds. Even though 106 has like new sounds, like he has the breathing idle sound that he has now, which I personally think it's kind of dumb because it gives them away so easily, but it's whatever. But just pretty much give 049, 049-2 new sound design. It's pretty simple. And speaking of simple, idea number 3 is basically something everyone's been begging for. Give 049 the ability to talk to players. Like, bro, like it's in the lore. He talks to people. He can talk. He's a sentient, intelligent, humanoid being. I'm not going to discuss further really on idea number 3. Just everyone pretty much wants 049 to talk to players. But there's literally plugins that let him do that and custom modded servers. It's just not much else to discuss. It's just idea number 1, 2, 3. Just pretty self-explanatory. Moving on to idea number 4. Idea number 4 is to give 049 a passive ability that makes him more aggressive when humans are aiming weapons at him, or maybe even shooting him and dealing damage. Basically, the idea is to mimic 049's docile nature. He's only really aggressive when he feels threatened and feels like he has to protect himself, or perhaps his 049-2 is. So you could also extend this ability maybe to any nearby zombies in his like line of sight or something like that. Basically, just make it so if you shoot him, he has a passive ability, or not shoot him, sorry, but if you aim at him and maybe make him feel threatened, this passive ability makes it so he or maybe like nearby zombies like are slightly faster, and perhaps their cooldowns are reduced, so their cooldowns are like their abilities are like faster, so they can use them more often. I think that'd be pretty interesting and make it the gameplay a bit more diverse when it comes to 049. Idea number 5 is to make 049 just be able to see his zombies. I don't know how you would do it. There's multiple ways you could do it. So for example, maybe make it so the zombies have a version of like Doctor's Call or whatever 049's ability is called that makes it so they can see where he is. Give zombies maybe ability to make it so they can use it, and temporarily 049 will be able to see through the walls and have like a marker that indicates where they are. Maybe another way of doing it is that 049 can just constantly see their like markers of his zombies from like a certain distance at all times. The idea is basically just to make it so 049 can communicate and better strategize with the zombies better, because everyone knows that it's kind of hard to work with your own zombies, especially after you have a certain amount. It gets too out of hand, you'll lose them, you never even see them ever again, and then before you know it, they die, and they never even said a word to begin with, and it's like, bro, what? Basically, the idea is just to make it so that 049 and 049-2 can just communicate and strategize better. That's basically about it. Idea number 6, to give 049 the ability to hold onto a player, basically similar to SCP-3114's Strangle ability. just make it so that he can actually hold on to someone, because he's, like I said, intelligent, sentient humanoid entity. I don't see why he wouldn't just be able to hold on to someone, grab them, make it so they can't run, and then that ability that because people are being grabbed, they can't run anymore and they're getting the cardiac arrest, maybe it's like even faster than normal, and that would just kill them instantly. Obviously I think this would be kind of overpowered, so this would have definitely need a huge cooldown to use, but 106, no, sorry, not 106. 049 is very slow, so being able to do that I think would be really good, especially on like a solo player, so they don't run away, so you can actually get the kill. So, basically just to help balance out for 049's slowness. Idea number 7 is to maybe give 049 the ability to use items, because, like I said, humanoid entity that's, intelligent and sentient, would make sense that maybe he had a small inventory, could use like a very limited amount of items. Basically make it maybe like key cards, radios, flashlights, medikits, adrenalines, and things like that. Basically make it so that he can actually use these or not use these abilities, use the items that he has. Coins, I guess, so he can flip a coin for whatever reason, I guess, why not? Of course this could be kind of, overpowered depending on how they do it, but, I think it'd be interesting because, like I said, he's a humanoid, and, it'd be kind of a change of pace to what we're used to right now in SL gameplay. Of course, I don't think he should be allowed to use things like weapons, like guns. However, this does kind of lead into idea number 8, where it would be pretty interesting, pretty cool if 106 actually, no, sorry, why do I keep saying 106? If 049 had a cane or a staff of swords, basically a blunt object that he can use as a melee weapon. I think that would be pretty interesting, pretty cool, because it would actually give him, like, the idea is basically to give him 2 modes of attack. His primary mode of attack, which is like a long range melee attack, and his secondary form of attack, which is what we're used to, which is his cardiac arrest touch. The idea is basically to balance out for 049's slowness, like I said earlier. He's a very slow SCP, so it's very easy for people to outrun him. But what if he has like a melee weapon that he can now use in order to attack his his enemies? So basically that would help with his slownessness. And of course the melee weapon could probably do a lot of damage. Maybe like 3 hits would kill a player, so maybe it does like 35 health or something, I don't know. But just make it so he's more deadly now, and it's, of course you can still outrun him, but it further makes it so it's like you don't want to get close to him. I think that would be pretty interesting. Idea number 9 is pretty simple, where it's just basically make cardiac arrest look more threatening, more interesting visually. Basically the effect, that is. Like, for human classes to have the effect, it should maybe be more, I don't know, just threatening looking, more panic inducing looking. I don't know what to say. Just make it so your vision gets messier, I guess is the best way to say it, like the longer it goes on for it. I think that'd be pretty interesting, makes it more panic inducing, and makes you want to like, oh my god, I gotta use this medkit because now my vision's getting blurry, or now everything's getting wobbly or something. I don't know. Just basically make it look threatening, I guess is the best way to put it. Now to give some love to the zombies, our good old zombies that, everyone hates to play as. Basically, idea number 10 is, I think, the easiest solution to make the zombies an actual threat in SL rather than just the meat shields that they are for the SCPs. Give them a stamina bar and let them sprint. Simple as that. I think we can all agree on that. Very simple. It would make them 100 times better, more threatening. Oh my god, bro. Especially if you're playing like a 40-man server. Having like 10 zombies charge at you, my god, that would be terrifying. And actually, you would probably die from that. Whereas normally you could probably just outrun them and just close the doors behind you. You'll be good to go. So yeah, idea number 10. Just give zombies a stamina bar. It doesn't have to be a good one. It could be like a holds 5 seconds maximum sprint, but just give them something to work with that makes them more threatening. Idea number 11 is to give zombies a lunge type of attack and ability, similar but not as crazy as 939. It's basically just be able to like jump on, temporarily pounce on the player, on a human class that is, dealing a large chunk of damage, temporarily staggering them, making it so they have to like go through an animation of sorts or something before they can actually run away and retaliate with bullets and whatnot. 100% would make the zombies so much more interesting. And this kind of leads on to idea number 12, which is basically to give zombies the ability to use a stealth attack on human classes. Basically the idea is to just sneak up on someone from behind and then grab onto them and start biting them. This would be great, as not only does it give the zombies another form of attack, but it kind of adds like another jump scare aspect into Secret Lab, which I think is pretty interesting and would be kind of cool. So basically the idea is just imagine you're like a guard or something, you're just kind of standing around, kind of too scared to go into heavy zone or something, you're just in a checkpoint or whatever, and a zombie sneaks up behind you without you noticing. He grabs onto you and starts biting you, and it does like maybe some sort of animation that jump scares you, maybe just like a loud sound that goes with it, so it kind of jump scares the player. And the only way to get out of it is just to move out of the way. But you know, the attack doesn't do that much damage on the players, but it's pretty fast. So like the longer you're standing there without moving, without getting out of the way, obviously the more damage it'll do, and that'll add up over time. I think that'd be pretty interesting and make it so the zombies now have another form of attack yet again. But like I said, it adds a jump scare aspect into the game, which I think is pretty fun and would make, you know, just add to the horror atmosphere that we have in Secret Lab already. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, thank you all for all the support from the previous video. Really enjoyed reading through all your guys' comments and stuff like that. So, you know, I look forward to reading all the comments that you guys will leave behind on this video. That's about it. I'll still continue to make Secret Lab speculation type videos where it's just me rambling and yapping about nonsense. But, you know, you people seem to like it, and I like to make them, so, you know, we'll have more. So look forward to more videos like this in the future. But that's about it. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate all the support. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And like I said, I would love to read your guys' comments. So if you guys have any speculation you would like to, you know, leave down below, go ahead and do it. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you all later. See ya.